Hi Leo, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim. So today, Leo, I'm going to be doing a love reading. So pick your energy. We have energy 1 and energy 2. So this side, energy 1, I'm going to be referencing you as the pook, and this side is going to be the singer, side 2. The pook and the singer. Okay. So the connective energy between the two of you is, you guys got 2 cards. Love who you are and take a chance on love. What I'm really getting with these 2 cards is this person, maybe this is you, Leo, or the person you're connected to. Again, choose your energy. We'll get into these 2 after this, but I think honestly it might have been a connective energy between the 2 of you to love who you are, kind of alone, right? Individually. Sometimes we have a time of separation from someone, or a time of just kind of being alone, and it's not to drive us crazy. It's like, oh, like, it's not to make, it's not to make you lonely or anything like that. It's to show you that you don't have to be lonely alone. Do you know what I'm saying? You can love being on your own and enjoy that time, right? I think there was a lot of things that both of you guys had to learn on your own, right? Being single, being away from each other. Again, there's something that you guys were meant to learn alone, right? So this could be some sort of reconciliation, or this could be someone new that you're meeting. But I think that both of you guys have probably been single for a while, or without each other for a while, and maybe it's because a karmic had to come in and show someone a lesson. Maybe it was because this person still hadn't learned, like someone hadn't learned their lesson yet, so it had to be learned. And that's the vibe I'm getting for both of you, whether it was with a karmic or alone, or the time that was spent in separation or away from each other. It's been on purpose, because there's some things that you guys had to learn, and the only way you would have learned is on your own. You know what I mean? There's different lessons I feel like I learned on my own versus in a relationship. So I think it was very important, you know what I mean, to learn those lessons. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things that life has to offer. Again, you're not going to know your value and your worth if you're not like in love with yourself first. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that's like been a big lesson for the 2 of you, that confidence in yourself, the love that you have for yourself. And again, maybe the separation, I don't know why I keep saying separation, so maybe you guys know each other already, but it has been for a reason. The alone time has been for a reason, because, and you see how there's a ship in the water? I feel like there was a lot of turbulence. Again, maybe a conflict with being alone, maybe loneliness, that's something you guys struggle with a lot. Maybe codependency. Do you know what I'm saying? There's these things that you guys struggle with that it's like, okay, we have to kind of help them out. And it's like, what's the best way to teach these people this lesson? You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, well, your spirit guides on side 1, on the pook side, it's like, okay, I'm going to do it this way. And for, the singer side, I'm going to do it another way. So, you're both learning lessons on this alone time. And I think to really be in a real relationship, you have to know yourself first, right? You have to love yourself first. You cannot love someone else if you don't even love yourself. So there's a lot of lessons that I feel like both of you guys had to learn so that you can take a chance on love, right? So now I feel like the love is coming towards you. And I think it's so interesting that we're in water, right? In both of these cards, we're on a boat in water, which is really, really interesting. And this take a chance on love is number 5. When we love, number 23 making a 5. When we love, our lives are changed forever. Yes, maybe you guys met each other already and your lives kind of have been changed by this other person. Maybe, there was a soul contract between the 2 of you where you have to, you had to learn something. But it's interesting with the boat, to be honest. It's like, it's interesting because there's like someone on the boat alone, and then here there's 2 people on the boat. So I see that you 2 are about to kind of link up. You 2 are about to meet. But I think it's once someone takes this chance, right? Somebody has to take the chance. Somebody has to take the lead. That's what I'm kind of getting. And it's a 5. So I feel like it's a little bit of a, it's a conflict again. It's a, 5 is conflict, and it's change. You know what I mean? I don't think change is necessarily a conflict, right? Change, I feel like, could be a beautiful thing. And I think that's what you guys are about to notice. Like, once you make this change into love, once you guys take this chance on one another, it's not going to bring conflict. You know what I mean? It's just a chance. It's just an unknown thing. But I think that right now the collective is kind of headed into the unknown. For a lot of us, I think, again, we're manifesting things that we want, and we're putting a lot of energy and time into the things that we want, but we're also letting go, right? I'm kind of just letting the ocean guide us where we need to be, right? Like, let the tide kind of go where it needs to go, and we're going with it. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting because they're not even paddling on this boat. They're just kind of letting the boat be led. And that's what I'm getting with you guys. It's like you guys are allowing for life to kind of take you, right? So if there was a time of separation, there's a time of separation. If there's a time now of being together, then there's a time of being together. You guys are kind of understanding that. I think you both are very spiritually like aware. I already know that someone here is, because someone got the singer of initiation, right? Which I kind of feel like with the initiation, we'll get into side number 2 or the singer side afterward. But I want to do this person first. But I feel like the singer of initiation has already been kind of initiated onto the spiritual path, right? The singer of initiation has been put on the path, right? So I feel like that was in alone time, right? In the alone time, someone got pushed into spirituality. And on this person's alone time, I think this person had to become more authentic. The Pook's side had to become more of themselves. You see how they got himself, number 17, making an 8. It's really interesting to me because it's like, love who you are, and then himself. You know what I'm saying? It's like, maybe this is the masculine side. Maybe this is the Leo. I don't know who's the Leo. You guys pick your energy of masculine, feminine, you know, Leo and not Leo. But what I'm getting with himself is like, someone had to find themselves, right? Someone had to align themselves. Someone had to really take a look at it, who it was that who is it that I am, right? It's like they have to love who they are, you know, for who they are. And that's why I feel like these dreams haven't been manifested yet. With the Dream Weaver in reverse, it's like they're kind of giving this person another chance, because I feel like whatever this person was dreaming or whatever they wanted to, like, they weren't authentic to themselves. So it's like, what kind of dreams are you going to have, you know, if you don't even know who you are? It's like, what kind of, it's what can I be dreaming? Who can I be manifesting if I'm not even myself? So I feel like this person might have even been with some sort of karmic, to be honest, because it's, who do you manifest when you're imbalanced? An imbalanced person, right? And you manifest this imbalanced person to teach you the balance, right? So let's just say you're very much into money. You meet someone else who's very much into money, and then you might be like, oh, well, this person's a gold digger. This person, you know, all they care about is money. And then you look at yourself and you're like, oh, maybe I myself have a problem. Like, maybe I manifested someone like that, you know, who's only into money, who's very superficial. And it's like, okay, there's a part of me that has to be aligned then. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, whoever this person has been manifesting hasn't been authentic to who it is that they are. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that this is caused with Indy, she's like a fairy who, I don't know why I'm giving her a gender, but I think she's kind of like someone who can't make a decision, right? It's like, I don't know which one I want more. Even though you can see that one's bigger than the other here, this person is in such indecision because there's such a misalignment. So I feel like this person had to really get into alignment, right? Whereas this person, side number 2, the singer, is starting off on a spiritual journey. This person, I feel like, is headed off into like the higher realms. You know what I mean? Learning about 3Ds and like the different, you know, different dimensions. And they're learning about, you know, energy, and they're just, and again, they're being initiated. You know what I mean? It's a really big deal for this person. They're kind of speaking with spirit. They're, you know, talking to their guides. They're just kind of trusting. Again, they're letting the boat kind of lead them to where it is that they're supposed to be. Whereas this other person, they're coming into who it is that they are. And it could have been through a lot of mistakes. You know what I mean? A lot of mistakes along the way. Looking at what they manifest and realizing that's not my dream. Do you know what I mean? Like, what I'm manifesting is not that, like, this person's not my dream, this place is not my dream, this home is not my dream. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like oh, I'm at the point where I should be happy with everything that I've got, and then I'm just finding myself unhappy, so I must like have to align myself and fix whatever it is that I'm doing. And that's what we hope this person is doing, because that's the whole purpose of this alone time, right? Whether it is with a karmic or not, the alone time from this other person, from side number 2. So like the whole reason for the pook to be alone from the singer, to be separate from the singer, or separated from the singer, is for them to do this work. You know what I mean? They have to love who they are. They have to become imbalanced with who they are. And I think it's a different kind of journey for these two people, because I think this person is already like, maybe the spiritual journey is going to help them love themselves even more. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just about loving yourself, basically, and all that encompasses the dark and the light, right? I feel with himself, this person is really gaining perspective on themselves, and they're really, things that are wrong are going to be emphasized at this time, right? Whatever you're doing that's kind of not in alignment with who you are, you're going to figure it out. And that's what this person is doing. And I think that's where the indecision comes from. It's a lack of confidence in themselves, right? Because if I'm confident in myself and in what I'm doing, then I can't really have any regrets. I can make a mistake, but I won't have a regret, because I'm trying to learn and I'm trying to go along my path as best I can. So I feel that this person, there's indecision because of a misalignment, and that's what they're trying to clear up. Maybe they're a very like indecisive person. Maybe they're a very, I just really get that this person manifested things that they realize now are not what they really want. So now they have to realize that it comes from themselves. So I think it's kind of another type of spiritual journey, but I feel like this one's way more pleasant. Side number 2's, they're already kind of being initiated into something, whereas this person is just figuring out who they are. And it's a journey for both of them. I think, again, it comes down to loving who you are, but this person, side number 2, the singer's side, seems a little bit more, I don't want to say advanced. Because it's not that one person's more advanced than the other, because this person's in a 9 and this person's also in a 9. They go from 8 to 9 and this person's already at the 9. Do you know what I'm saying? So they're not really different. You know what I mean? They're not very much apart from one another. That's what I'm saying though, with this 10 and the dreams, it's already like they already had some sort of completion in their life, but it wasn't what they wanted. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying it could have been a karmic, it could have been a job, but they're realizing, okay, this isn't what I want. They already got to the 10 and they were like, oh shit, this is not the 10 that I want. They have to go back. So it's like they already went to the 10 when they had to go back to themselves, which is an 8. And now they're like questioning themselves, like, what the hell did I do? What did I even manifest? And you see how India is green. You have to manifest from your heart. You know what I mean? You have to, what you want comes from the heart, comes from the soul. It doesn't come from anywhere else. It doesn't come from like 3D or ego or, these places, the dark from within. You see like all the dark. It's like if you're manifesting from shadow, if you're manifesting from ego, then you're going to get that exact thing. You know what I mean? And that's not what this person wants. So they have to come back, to the 8 and realize like, who is it that I am? Again, and then love what it is that I want, right? It's kind of like in the dream state, everything's so beautiful. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like, how can I make that dream state my reality, right? And that's what it looks like these people are doing. It's like they're traveling from the dream state, they're traveling from the fantasy into reality. It's like, okay, how can I make this a reality? And that's what these people are doing right now, but in very different ways. I'll be honest. Maybe this person is pretty spiritual. Maybe this person, again, I don't think these people are not in the same energy, right? Because we're both at a 9. So I think it's like maybe this person has always, side number 2, the singer side, maybe they always knew who they were, but they had some sort of spiritual, dilemma, or, they were kind of disconnected from spirit, disconnected from their soul. Whereas this person, I think, maybe was very spiritual at a time, but kind of let their ego get in the way, or the blocking of their heart, numbing of emotions, things that kind of keep you separate from the heart. and more in the ego. And them being in ego manifested things that were not really their dream. They really didn't understand why it was that they manifested that until they took a look within. So they're very smart because I feel like they are coming back to themselves. So again, these two people are at a 9, and I really like to see that because it shows like an equal energy. Different lessons, again, that you guys had to learn on your own, but still a lesson, and a very important one. And the best thing about this reading is I feel like with the Pook side with the 6, 6 is the number of love, and I think this person is going to head towards love. You know what I mean? This person is now going to head towards what it is that they actually want because they're manifesting from their heart. You see the alignment within? Once they align within and they realize who it is that they are, and they love what it is that they are, you know, maybe what they want is unconventional. Maybe what they want is a little different from like what people expect them to want, but I feel like it doesn't really matter. They're going to go towards that. And I see them going towards it with another person. You know what I'm saying? There's 2 people in that boat. And no one is paddling. They're just letting life kind of take them. So once this person gets in tune with their emotions and can go with the flow, they're going to be able to understand the reason for the cycle. They're going to understand that maybe they were misaligned. And I feel like a part of the ego is going to drop. And they're going to be more in their emotions, more in their heart space. And that's when they take the chance, right? We go from the 5 to the 6. But actually, I feel like the Pook comes first. Because the Pook is about, you know, making a decision, right? Where they were indecisive, there's a resolution, right? So I see a resolution of this for this person, and I feel like that's them taking a chance on, I think it's also taking a chance on themselves, right? Because it's like, when you're really authentic to who you are, you have to take a chance on yourself, right? I feel like this person's gonna want things that are unconventional that most people don't really even know about. Do you know what I'm saying? A different way of life. This person is supposed to kind of be a leader, and that's what I'm saying. They have to take a chance on themselves so that they can take a chance on love. So they have to be authentic to themselves, and I feel like it's very hard to be authentic to yourself sometimes, especially in like, you know, who knows where this person was raised, what they're kind of dealing with, family pressure, you know, job pressure. It could be a lot. So I feel like this person has to first like really be confident in what they and who they are so that they can manifest from the heart. And then once they're in their heart space and their emotions, they come to this person. And then I feel like this person, they're just waiting. I mean, this person, side number 2, they're not waiting. That's not what I'm saying. They're being silent right now, right? With the parrot in reverse. They're being Anvil the parrot's in reverse. Arvel the parrot's in reverse. And I think Arvel's in reverse because this person's not speaking. You know what I mean? I don't think it's like, again, they're initiated into the spiritual path, into the spiritual journey, and they're not speaking. So I feel like this person is choosing not to speak, but I feel like they're not speaking because, again, that's why I'm kind of getting these are people in separation, because there's something about them not speaking. So I feel like this person has kind of shut the door on this, on side number 1. Side number 2 is kind of like closed off communication in a sense, but I think it was like the best thing for this person at this time, especially because they're going through some sort of spiritual like journey. And that can entail so many things. I don't really want to get specific into it. They could be getting into like astrology, into tarot, into like anything. It doesn't necessarily matter. It's the initiation of some sort into a higher realm, into a higher consciousness, right? So that's what this person is doing, and they're choosing to kind of remain silent on what they're doing. And also I feel like they've kind of shut the door, not shut the door, but again, they have been silent, right? And I think the silence speaks louder than words, you know? And I think this transfiguration, this 11 card, I think this is obviously some sort of soulmate, these two. And the chapter for these two it's not that it's closed, it's that there's been a time of separation for these two people, because again, there's these lessons that these people had to learn. Again, this person is obtaining a higher level of consciousness, which I think is very important. And I think this person is learning who it is that they are and opening up to their emotions, to their heart space. You know, this person is also going through a journey, and throughout this journey, these two have been thinking of one another. They're soulmates, you know, with this 11. Could be like, I mean, twin flames, if you believe in that, mirror souls, you know what I mean? And I think it's very important that this person has been silent, because it had to be separate. It had to be separate. That's what I'm saying. It had to be done in separation. This work could never have been done together. You know, when someone can like never let another person go, and for that, the other person kind of never learns, you know, what it is to really be without that person's energy. So at the you know what I mean? It's like the separation was so important for the two of these people. And I think that's what this silence is. It's kind of like, you go figure your shit out and I'll figure my shit out. And if we end up back together, we end up back together. If we don't, we don't. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that the universe will put them together, even maybe though they don't know that yet, or you guys don't know that yet. Yeah, because I think now you guys are more in alignment with yourselves, and that brings you into alignment with one another because you're both being authentic to who it is that you are, and you guys are soulmates, right? So the time of soulmates, I feel like, is coming. But side number 2, I feel it was the person who drew the line and was like, I can't talk to you right now. Like, I have to go do my thing. And meanwhile, they've been on this, obtaining higher levels of consciousness. Whereas this person, I think, once they realize what they need and what their dream really is, their dream is side number 2. Once they realize that, they'll be on their way. So let's see what both of these sides need.
Always think of you when spring comes, like it's something in the air at that time. Don't know why. Always dream of you when spring comes. It's like the heat on my skin takes me back to the time met you on a Friday, halfway out at the door of the club, playing soul on the weekends. Stayed in bed till Wednesday. Fell in love with you right there and then. I was young, couldn't see that.
So Leo, it's crazy. There's a lot of messages from each other, right? So side number 1, the Pook side, they have, I replay our conversations over and over. It's time for me to heal now. That's what this person is doing right now. Side number 1 is healing. Side number 1 is, yes, they are thinking about the singers, and they are thinking about the singer. They are thinking about them. Again, they were playing the conversations because, again, they're where they were indecisive, they have to get clear. So they're replaying conversations, trying to figure things out. But at the same time, what this really means is that this person has to get into their heart space. They have to heal. They have to kind of put down that guard that they have around their heart. And I think that with the Hierophant, it's them kind of coming into a lot of clarity, a lot of knowing, but it's from within. Because no one in this 3D is going to be helping this person. Whoever this person is around maybe enables them to think, or, like if I'm messing up, my family, like my sister, particularly my sister, will be like, straight up, bro, what are you doing? Like, you're wrong. Like, you're like, don't do that. That's stupid. Do you know what I'm saying? And people need, I mean, if you can trust someone's judgment, like I trust my sister's judgment. So if someone is very clear with you and they have pretty good judgment, then okay, like you can take their advice. But maybe the people around the Pook are not really the best people. I feel like they're just enablers, right? Where it's like, yeah, you're right, of course you're right. And maybe they're not right. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe they need to take a look at something. So again, there's a lot of clarity that this person has to make with their surrounding, their environments, like who they surround themselves with. Are they being enabled by people who just kind of yes them and don't really, it just feels like they're around people that don't really, again, whoever they manifested in their life was not the right person. So I feel like them being with a karmic has kind of taught them a lot, and them being around enablers has taught them a lot. Again, they're learning a lot during this time away from each other. Like, you are learning a lot in this separation, and now it's time for them to heal because they have to step into their heart space. They can't be, they cannot take a chance on love without being in their heart space. And once they get into their heart space with the 6, that's when they decide to take the chance, but they have to heal. So again, I don't know exactly where this person is at. Again, I do see you both at a 9. So I do see both of you very close to the completion and both kind of coming into, you know, communication with one another. But again, yeah, it's like once they're very clear, they have the 5, and then that's the 5 here. Take a chance on love, 5, 5. Right? So once they're very clear, so I feel like they have to heal to become clear, right? There has to be some healing. So maybe that's what they've been doing. They've been healing. They've been, again, I think they had to get rid of a karmic. I think they have to realize their their living situation, who they surround themselves with, their friends, enablers, like who are the people that I choose to, you know, spend my time with. And then that's when there will be resolution in this relationship, when this person is able to kind of see everything at face value for what it really is and not for what they want it to be, right? Because you can have someone enabling you every single day and telling you you're right, but that's not the reality of a situation. You know what I mean? They can't. So they're doing a lot of things. Again, it's a lot of energy here. It's, you know, getting rid of someone, maybe looking at who enables them, opening up their heart space, looking through, you know, replaying conversations over and over to see, you know, it's kind of an ego thing. It's like, oh, you know, was I wrong here? Did I maybe make a mistake? Again, they have to kind of see where it is that their role in this. And I think that that's when they become clear. And then that's when they take the chance, right? But they have to open up to their heart space. Again, it's a lot of work. And then on this person's side, side number 2, what's really interesting is that side number 2, the singer side, got the Tower. And I feel like this Tower, I wanted to know more about it. But what the singer's side, I don't think you understand if you're the singer, is that when the Tower hit, number 16, the Tower, when the Tower hit, it wasn't just you who fell, it was this person too. So again, I think there's something that you need to understand, especially with the braid, is that your destinies have been intertwined, right? There's a reason that this person came into your life, and there's a reason that you guys have fallen from the Tower together, right? And I think that side number 2, you maybe put a lot of guilt on yourself. Maybe you put a lot of the responsibility on yourself. And I think you have to see that it's not just one person who fell, it's 2. Right? It wasn't just one person who was maybe messing up in the past, or, you know, whatever this is, if this is a past thing, it's both people needing to learn lessons. Both people, right? There's an equal opportunity. It's not like one person is better than another. It's not like one person is more, you know what I mean? There has to be this realization on the singer's side that this happened to the 2 of you for a change that was basically destined, right? Like there's a contract here that has to be played out. I feel with side number 2, you leaving, right, or you choosing not to speak was the catalyst for this person's growth. So maybe you put a lot of responsibility on yourself. I feel a lot of guilt on yourself. I feel a lot of, you know, not really understanding why this had to happen, not fully understanding. Yes, you're being initiated into this higher consciousness, but at the same time, it's so hard for you to kind of not take the responsibility and put it on yourself, right? So I feel like I'm talking to a very strong empath, right? So side number 2, and I think that you have to realize that there's like something interwoven here, right? It's like a braid, right? The braid is, it's like many strands of hair coming together, basically, right? And that's what I want to say. It's like these 2 souls coming together, meeting for a reason, and then maybe having to leave. That's like part of this destiny. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that's a catalyst for someone to heal. That's a catalyst for someone to learn. That's a catalyst for someone to want better or want more. Do you know what I'm saying? Or if someone left out of ego, I'm not sure who left, but I feel like it was the singer of initiation who chose to leave, chose to withdraw communication, right? And that is the catalyst. You know what I mean? That was very important. And maybe this side number one blames, side number two is like, oh, they left, they didn't care. Again, that's all this person's ego, and that's what this person is learning to like get rid of, and that's what they have to learn. So don't ever feel bad for leaving. Don't feel bad for wanting more for yourself. Don't feel bad for choosing yourself. You know what I mean? You chose to love who you were. You chose to love yourself. And that's why this happened, right? This catalyst. And what's really beautiful is that when you decided to leave, it was because you knew that you deserved this, right? You were in search of this. You were in search of this 10 of cups. And you were like, this 10 of cups, maybe it's not here anymore. I have to leave. This person, maybe they're not respecting me. I have to leave. You know what I mean? I have to withdraw my energy because this person, again, whatever they were doing didn't seem to be right, and you have this level of consciousness. You're this empath. So I feel like you know when something's right, and you know when something's not right and wasn't right. So you're like, I'm seeking this, and like maybe this person, again, I feel like maybe there was a karmic involved with this 3 of cups. It doesn't necessarily have to be that, but again, maybe this person was talking to a lot of people. They were very indecisive, again, with this. They were manifesting not from the heart space. And it's like, okay, I'm manifesting from my heart, side number 2. And side number 1 doesn't know what the hell they're doing. So I have to leave. I have to withdraw my energy. And I think that was a very hard thing for side number 2 to do. But side number 2, you need to understand that if you would never have left, this person would have never learned this lesson. And that's why I'm saying it's so pivotal that side number 2 left. Even for side number 1, if you need to hear this, if side number 2 had never left and taken away their energy, you would still be going around in circles, because no one is going to tell you what it is like side number 2. And why is that? Because side number 2 genuinely cares about you. They genuinely love you for who it is that you are, and they're not trying to please you. They'll tell you straight up if you're doing something stupid. Do you know what I'm saying? Just how side number, I'm sure you would do the same for the other person. But I feel like side number 1 has a lot of ego that needs to be checked. And this is kind of the reality check, right? This person leaving. And I think that happens a lot in life where there's couples that, oh, I love them so much. I'm going to show them how much I love them by not leaving. That's wrong, because if you're not choosing to love yourself first, then you're just doomed to kind of play out this karma over and over and over again. And I feel like it's not even just like, in this lifetime. I think it's lifetime after lifetime. It could be generational. I feel like I'm getting some generational shit here for some reason, where it's like, the side number 2 was always thought that, if I've met the person that I loved, I'd never leave them. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what they've been taught, and maybe that's the love that they see in their reality every day. And they're like, okay, like that's what I learned. And they're ending cycles, not only for like themselves, but for future generations. That's what I'm getting. It's like, it's not only just, this isn't affecting just these 2 souls. This is affecting, karma for the next generation. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, I chose myself. I chose to love myself and to give myself the respect that I need and I deserve, so I left. And I think, again, that's why, that's what side number 2 needs to realize. Like, you did the right thing by choosing yourself, because look what you're going towards. You're going towards your 10 of cups, your 9 of cups, the sun, and the ace of coins. So I feel like there will be a new opportunity. What's very interesting is that we have all the Leo cards out. We have the strength and the sun. So there's no doubt that you're dealing with a Leo. I feel like this is the Leo, to be honest. And this side, the Leo here is your sun, right? I love you. I love you, and I will wait for a sign from you. I love you, and so yeah, this person has taken away their energy, but that doesn't mean that the love is not there. They're kind of hoping, praying for this wish fulfillment, and the wish fulfillment is that this person will kind of return, and this person will see this person for what it is that they are, and it's like, I chose to love myself. So I think until side number 1 understands that concept of like loving yourself and choosing yourself over anything, like again, this is a journey of self-love, right? And that's what I'm saying. It's like, until side number 1 can understand that, then they won't really see where side number 2 is coming from. But what I want to say for side number 2 is that You left someone who you felt was your 10 of cups. And I think that was the hardest thing you probably ever had to do in your like entire life. And again, I see that you really love this person. I see that they're your son. I see that they're, you know, wish fulfillment to you. I see, and that you want a new opportunity with this person. Again, you're waiting for a sign from this person, but you're not going to budge. You know what I mean? Because you know what it is that you want. And even though you saw it in this person, you're still, you know, maybe this person, again, I feel like they tried to drag you into bullshit and you just weren't about it. You chose yourself. And I think that, you know, it took a lot of strength. But I really do feel like you did the right thing. You have to understand that you did the right thing, and that you're going to get this 10 of cups because you know what it really is. Do you know what I'm saying? You're going to get this 10 of cups because you know what it truly is. I really hope it is with this person, but I feel like it can only be with this person if this person comes correctly. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like this person might have been, you know, the connective energy between the two of you is, I feel like with the 6 of coins in reverse, it's kind of, it reminds me of like a playbook, right? It's like someone is rehashing the past and looking at it and like, okay, like looking at all the moves, and it's like, okay, like again, that's an ego thing, right? It's an ego thing. I feel like here with the 6 of coins, it's kind of, I don't want to say breadcrumbing, but it's kind of like, oh, I'm going to give you the bare minimum, or I'm going to give you what you gave me. And that's not really what love is. Love is unconditional. Love is without judgment. And until both sides learn that, I do honestly feel like it's this side number 1 who really has to do this. But it could have been both sides, where it's kind of like there wasn't equal give and take in the past. And it's like, can we start again, right? There was something here that was like not right about the relationship in the past. Okay, like we separated, now we're off on this new journey. And I think both people still want to kind of be together. And I think it's going to take a lot of strength for these. It's been a long process with the strength card. It's been like something that has taken a very long time, and something that has taken, it's a process. Remember, I was saying all the things that this person had to do and all those things that this person had to do. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a long, long journey. It's a long, long process. But I see that the both of you are doing it correctly. And I do see resolution for this person. I do see someone who they're not wishy-washy anymore. They're not, you know, indecisive anymore. They're manifesting from their heart. So unblocking the heart would be the biggest thing for this person, and dropping the ego. And for this side, choosing themselves was a very hard thing. But that has thrust them into this spiritual journey. And I really think it's a beautiful energy. It's like you chose yourself, and now you're going to see who your true like soul family is. We're here for you. You're not alone. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what the 10 of cups is, and we're going to, you know, I feel like the spirit realm is really trying to bring the 10 of cups to this person, and I think that they really want to bring wish fulfillment to this person, and this person really wants a new beginning with, I want to say this is Leo, but again, everything has to play out. This person has to drop the ego. They have to do certain things. This person has already done them, and that's why there's silence, because they did choose themselves. And they are saying that they do love the side, but they also love themselves. You know what I mean? They're not going to be mistreated. And this is ending, I'm telling you, this is ending like a generational thing of people not accepting the love that they deserve, right? So this is a really big deal for side number 2. Again, a really big deal for side number 1. A lot of energies here. A lot of like, I feel like ancient energy here. And it's not only that you two are soulmates, but I feel a lot of generational shit here. A lot of like conditioning, and a lot, but it's more than conditioning. It's generational. It's like my great-great-grandparents did this, and your great-great-great-parents did this. Do you know what I'm saying? Like breaking those cycles for both people. It's very, very tough. And I don't know why these two people have been given these tasks, but again, it's the journey that they're on. And they have to kind of just release control. And I feel like one person kind of has to release control now. I feel like someone already did. And to get back into this, I really like that this is an 8. It's the infinity, right? Again, we're at the end. We're at the 9s and the 8s. So I do see that this is something that has the potential to come back around again, right? They're just kind of waiting. This person is waiting, like, I will wait, you know what I mean? They're waiting. And I don't think it's, I think the only thing getting side number 2 through is the spiritual journey. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm going to put all my energy into the spiritual realm and higher consciousness and shit like that, because I don't have time for any of this bullshit. I already know, like, who I want my 10 of cups to be with. Again, the divine will give them their 10 of cups no matter what. I feel like this person will get their 10 of cups, but I feel like this side really wants this person to be their 10 of cups, you know? So they're just like, come on, like, let's go. Once this person decides, I think both of these people are sitting in full energy. I think already this person is. They're just in the spiritual, you know, they're doing their own thing here. And then this person on this side, on side number 1, I think the Pook side, they have to get into this full energy, starting over again. And once that happens, I think that's when the bond, like, strengthens, right? With the infinity. It's kind of like, okay, now you're where you're supposed to be. And look, I feel you, even though we are apart. That's at the bottom of the deck. This is such a spiritual bond. It's like, it's insane. There's so much that these two are meant to be doing in this lifetime, not only for themselves, but for future generations and for the past generations. It's crazy. But I love that this person is, it's, again, they recognize their 10 of cups and they let them go because they chose themselves, and that was the lesson for them. Now the lesson for this person is trusting who it is that they are. Sign number 1, you have to love who you are, be authentic to yourself, open up your heart again, manifest what you really want. What you really want is this person. It's obvious. And once you heal, you're going to see that, and it's going to be very easy, and it's not going to feel like, you know, a hard decision, but you have to get into your heart space and you have to heal to see that. And once you see that, you become so powerful. I feel like, again, this person, there's something that this, like, it's like what one person has, the other person lacks. Again, there's a completion of one another with each other. This person, again, they're going to come out as the Hierophant, and it's like a spiritual quest for them, but in a different way. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like they're going to see the divine and the spirit, but through a different way and a different lens than this person. It's like both of you getting to the same point, but different ways. That's what I'm saying. You're both going to get to this 0. And then the infinity bond is here with the strength. So the cycle is going to take a lot out of both of you. It's been a long journey for both of you. A lot of karma here, a lot of, like, generational shit, a lot of ancient energy here that you guys are breaking. It's really, really powerful. And I think that, again, you're both going to end up taking this chance on one another again. It just has to be right. So let go of control. But yeah, I love this reading, guys. It's probably like the most beautiful and complex reading I've ever done. But I think it's really important for both of you to understand that this is happening for a reason. There's a lot of divine intervention and a lot of choices that you've each had to make to get back, like, to get onto the right path. And it's crazy how it's leading you to each other, but you have no idea what each other, like, you don't know, you know what I'm saying? You can't see what the other person's doing necessarily because there's no communication. But at the end of the day, you're both making moves to get closer and closer to each other. The more you work on yourself, the closer you get to each other. Do you know what I'm saying? Such a beautiful reading, guys. I don't want to stop because it's just like the best. I love this energy, I'll be honest. I know it's like really hard and it's painful, and there's a lot of, you know, there's a tower here, there's, you know, a lot of shit here that's uncomfortable. But again, it's just bringing these souls closer together as they go through this, like, evolution of the soul and evolution of the self. It's really, really beautiful, guys. So for whoever this is, like, I love you guys so much, you know. I think that you guys are on such a, like, powerful journey, and you should never underestimate the love that, like, the divine has for you, and the love that, like, you have for one another. Don't ever forget the love that you have for one another. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people in the 3D might not understand this soul contract that you have, or like what the hell is going on here, but I see it and it's so beautiful, I promise. And it's meant to liberate so many, like, curses and, like, generational shit, you know what I mean? It's like, it's a healing for, like, your lineage, basically. So keep doing the work, you know what I mean? It's like, I never saw, you know, I never saw someone in my life choose themselves over a spouse. You know what I mean? I just see people here getting crushed by, you know, I see people on the side getting crushed by their spouses, basically like, oh, I chose love. And I feel like that kind of defeated them. And I feel like on this person's side, I see a lot of ego. I see a lot of control, and I see a lot of manipulation. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's not who this person truly is. I just feel like that's a generational thing. Same as this person, that's a generational thing. Things that they learned from their family, it's not necessarily who they are. So it's like being authentic to who you are, and who these people truly are is soulmates. You know what I mean? Like divine counterparts. And I just think it's really, really beautiful that they keep trying to do the work. They're gonna like find a way to do the work and be together. I really feel it. I really hope so. I love you guys so much, Leo. I hope this reading resonates, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.